Hello, good night, look, good evening, whatever you want to call it. I'm getting ready to share some things with you all. I'm going to start answering questions that people ask me. Sis, I have to be honest with everybody. Somebody just asked me, Donna, how did you just get over, what happened to you? And, I read your book and so many things happened to you in your past. And it just seems like you just brush things off your shoulder. No, sis. No. That's not what I do. What I did to get over this situation, because there has been other situations in my life. I'm not going to say that every single thing, this was everything that happened in my life. This situation was just it. No. What I do is I step back and I look at me. I told you all before, I look at what got me in this situation. And for real, what got me in that situation was moving too fast. It was moving without God. It was me doing something and then asking God to bless it. I'm not like a superhero. I've cried through it. I've prayed through it. I continue to pray every day. Things when they got hard or when they get hard, I lean more on Christ. I don't listen to music all day that's forget that man and this and that and all the hate music. I don't listen to that because that makes me feel some type of way. You've got to watch what you put inside of you, and you've got to watch what you're listening to and who you're listening to. I try not to listen to everybody just being negative, talking negative about relationship and men and other people all the time, because, you've got to guard your heart. So these are some things that help me out. Okay? These are some things that help me out. I spend more time with friends. I love art. So I started doing painting and just doing more of the things that I like. That kind of took my mind off of other things. Like I said, I spent time with people. I spent time with my family. I wasn't worrying about a man. I wasn't oh my God, I'm single. No, I got to love myself more than I already did. I spent time just finding out what Donna wants, what Donna does not want. Who is Donna again after marrying this person? Who is Donna after this divorce? I spent time getting to know me. I don't know who said time heals everything, because that's a lie. If I have something going on in my life and I dwell on that for years, guess what? I'm going to be bitter for years. It doesn't just go away. It's what you do with that time that heals something. Because over this year, what I've been doing is building me. There were certain things in my life that God was telling me to do even before getting married. And I was so busy, always, into it with my ex-husband and stuff. And, just the foolishness he was putting me through. So, I couldn't hear the Lord as much as I used to. So, with that said, once I was separated, I was able to hear again. I was able to fast and actually just, be in his presence, and I'm not being funny. If you don't believe in prayer and fasting and all that, hey, that's not your thing. Okay, cool. But for me, that's what worked for me. This is what works for Donna. I also was dealing with a lot of other things at the same time, whether it be with my kids or whatever. Some things happen in life and it will break you if you don't have a way to get out of it. So I would go exercise or, just do something that I like to do, or something just to take my mind off of it. No, I didn't just get over it. If I'm honest with you all, I've been honest this whole time. It doesn't matter about me getting a divorce, as far as I don't hate him. I don't like the way he moved. I don't like the way he did things, because he could have been honest with me. But I don't hate him. I'm going to spend my time hating somebody who God still loves. And guess what? Just because somebody does you a certain way doesn't mean they're going to do the next person like that. So I knew God wasn't finished with him yet. No, we won't be together ever again, but this is not the end. Like, this is not the end for me, and it's not the end for him, you know? My ex-husband, I'm sure he can, whoever he chooses to be with, you know, I don't care who it is. One day I pray that he finds happiness. And I genuinely mean that from my heart. Could I say that some months back? No, I couldn't say that because my heart wasn't in it like that. Like, I didn't want him to just move on after hurting me like that, you know. But like I said, I started to just pray about it, and you know, it's just not, that hate for him is like just not in my heart. If he's in my face or something and starting problems, I probably would be like, you know, it would probably make a difference in whether I'm angry with him or not. But I've had to block him, you know. And a lot of people, I don't get it. I don't get why you all say like, oh, this person's bothering me, they're doing this to me, oh, he got. There's a block button on everybody's phone. I swear it is. You don't have to be bothered with somebody if you don't want to be bothered with them. The reason you keep answering that man's phone call is because deep down, you still want to deal with him. You still want to spend time with him, or you're looking for him to call sometimes. You know, a lot of you all will not actually even be with who you're supposed to be with because you're worried about like what your friends think and what they're going to say about you going back with that person. My thing is, some relationships, yeah, they don't have to end forever. In my case, yes, but in some people's case, no. Sometimes both people got pride problems, and you're supposed to be together, but you know, one person did something wrong and you just called it quit. One thing that I realize is, like, our grandmothers and grandfathers, like, they didn't do 30 years of marriage, you know, with no problems. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. And everybody is different, to each his own. Your breaking point may not be my breaking point. You know, it's just like it's different for everybody. So that's what I did. I prayed. I took time out for me. I spent time with friends and family. I found Donna again. That's what helped me get through what I was going through. I don't think about that stuff like that. When I get on this YouTube, I have to, you know, talk to you all about that, but I don't spend my time thinking about that man and all that stuff. There's so much going on in my life, the positive, you know, that God is doing for me and in me, that if you actually spend time with the Lord, like, everything will change. It will change for the better. But if you continue to hate that person, which some of you all hate that person so much, your passion is the hate that you have for that other person. If that's how you move and that's how you thrive every day, guess what? You're never going to heal. And healing doesn't come from just saying, okay, I'm not going to be with anybody right now. That's not healing. Healing is, okay, I'm going to take this time and not just jump into another relationship, but while I'm single, I'm going to still find out what it is I need to be doing. Because, to be honest, you know, some ladies, you're like, I was good to him. I was a good woman to him. Some of you weren't good women. Some of you all were not good women. I mean, you wouldn't cook nothing, you wouldn't clean up nothing. All you did was have sex with them. That's not being a good woman. There's so much more, even more than cleaning and everything else. You know, some women are just nasty, cruel, cold-hearted, you know, just no compassion whatsoever. You know, sometimes it's not even that man's fault that you all broke up. Sometimes it's you too, sis. So the music you listen to, like I said, that matters. Don't listen to hate music all day and think that you're going to feel good at the end of the night about the situation that you're in. Because that's not how it works. It's not going to happen that way. I trusted the process. I trusted the process that the Lord had for me. I would have never moved to Florida on my own because it wasn't a place that I just wanted to come to. When the Lord led me here, He didn't say I was going to be perfect. I'm not going to be perfect. I wish, people quit inboxing me and saying stuff to me like, oh, the way you talking this and that, that's not, is that holy and everything? I'm not going to be holy. As far as like, I'm not going to be perfect. A lot of people are not. I don't know one who is perfect. What I say on this YouTube, it is for my sisters who are going through some things. And if men somehow get on here and they see themselves in this, hey, then it's for you too. Because I'm not confessing to be perfect when I'm on here talking to you all. That's not the mission. It's just a sister talking to a sister. It's a sister letting another sister know that she can make it. It's a sister letting another sister know I have been there and I am still going through some things. Like, I don't care who you are. For the rest of your life, there's going to be something. Usually you're going into something, you're in the middle of something, or you're just getting out of something. Like, life is never just at a neutral for the rest of your life. With COVID and everything, like, it was thing on top of thing on top of thing. There was the separation. Then there was my daughter going through her situation and having her baby early. Then, my son leaving and going to college and stuff. And so there's that empty nesting process. But in the midst of all of this, we were still having this COVID situation going on. So life's been hard, but it's been worth it. So that's how I did it, sis. You wanted to know how I'm still smiling, or like, wow, that was only last year. You cannot waddle in something that happened. Honestly, sometimes things happen because they're supposed to. Believe it or not, that thing that is so traumatic for you, it was a blessing, sis. You didn't see what God saw ahead. Don't beat yourself up so bad and everything else. And it's just like, if you've been watching me, then you saw the tears, you saw the anger, you saw me in different seasons. But guess what? I still believe in love. I still believe in being good to people. I still believe in me. And, I believe that God has someone for me. I believe that God has something for me to do, which is why I'm in Florida and I am still working in what God told me to do. So I was able to do a lot of things in my life that I wouldn't have done had I been in the relationship with my ex. So sis, that's what you do to get past some things. Find out what it is you like. Find out who you are. Take that time that you get and invest in you and your loved ones. Like, whatever your thing is, do your thing. I love you, sis.